It's a cold, blustery night. A woman enters the dark, musty detective's office. Her name is Vashti.
Detective is musty?
Business has been slow lately, and our detective is surprised by a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Our detective quickly puts out his cigar and tries to clear the stale smoke that's hanging in the air. The woman is pale. She's a pale, frowning broad, and it looks like she's been kicked around a lot and beaten down just a few too many times. Vashti was a dame with a real bone to pick.
This looks like a dame with a real bone to pick. So this Vashti makes her way over to my desk. She tells me about how she's been mistreated, humiliated, made to perform like some common showgirl in front of all her husband's low-down buddies.
I've been mistreated, humiliated, like some common showgirl in front of all my husband's low-down buddies. I'm better than that, you know. Better, I tell ya. And then he kicked me out of the place like I was some used-up old bag.
The dame begins to cry. So I take pity on the poor gal.
From his lapel, our detective pulls out a monogrammed handkerchief. He hands it to her to blow her nose.
The dame is certain that there is some new young gal in the royal palace. She says she's positive.
I'm positive, I tell ya.
She says this mystery lady has been making moves right under her very nose.
That husband of mine is nothing but a drunken, cheating, good for nothing. If he was two-timing me, I want to know.
She wanted my help. She needed the lowdown on this mystery broad that she knows stole her man away.
You gotta help me, mister. You gotta get the lowdown on this mystery one. It's like she came out of nowhere. And I know she's got a secret. I can feel it. What's that dame got that I haven't got?
Vashti breaks down on the detective's lapel. But alas, our fine detective just feels awkward and helpless.
Oh, dollface. I feel so awkward and helpless.
Just then, slamming the door behind him, the kingpin, Akasveros, enters the room in a grand huff. It appears that he has followed Vashti to the office.
Baby, what are you trying to do to me? Can't the guy have another dame on the side? Or 10, or, let's see, 20, or, even 100? First you humiliate me in front of the whole gosh darn town. What are folks gonna think of me? You know, I got a reputation to think about. I gotta be the king of this here castle. I got no respect around here. If you don't listen to me, then how do you think those other wives are gonna pay their husbands any mind? Hey, mister, don't you listen to a word this good-for-nothing dame tells you. She never did know to cheat her man right.
Vashti loses it. The poor gal is simply unable to take the abuse.
I just can't take this abuse. Forget it, mister. He can have his new little queen. He can drink himself into oblivion for all I care. I'm out of here on the next train, and I'm never looking back. Who knows? Maybe I'll be a professional dancer like I've always dreamed of. The kind of dancer who's appreciated for her art. Not just for looks!
Akasveros thanks the detective for his patience with a pat on the back and a firm handshake. The detective invites the royal for a nightcap at the bar downstairs.
Why don't you join me for a nightcap at the bar downstairs? I hear they put on a pretty nice show Thursday night. Showgirls on parade. Who knows, maybe you'll spot yourself another wife.
Sweet deal, mister. We're out of here.
Scene 2. The hallway of the detective's office, dark and dank. There's a lingering smell of stale tobacco in the air, and we hear quiet voices in a passionate, tense conversation.
Mordecai and Esther are chatting privately. Unbeknownst to them, our detective overhears the hushed conversation through the thin, cheap-peeling walls of the office.
I overheard their hushed conversation, and I could just make out the tension in their voices through the thin, cheap-peeling walls of my office. They were talking about some kind of big secret.
This thing gotta be hush-hush, sweetie. Keep it in the family, you know? I'll give you protection, but you gotta do your part. Don't breathe a word of this to no one. Can you do that? Can you? You gotta swear it.
The Dame seemed more than a little nervous.
But Uncle, what if I'm found out? What if I can't keep up this ploy, this facade? I'll be toast. That's great.
The sweet little lady didn't think that she could go through with it.
I just don't know if I can go through with it. That's even greater.
Mordecai and Esther enter the dank, dark office. They need to make a hire. Mordecai needs someone he can trust. Someone to keep a secret watch. You know, a strong man to look out for the little lady.
Sorry, folks. You seem like nice people, but I gotta say, I can't help you with this one. I'm strictly a crime detective, you know?
Our detective could sense there was a secret. Something deep and dangerous these two were hiding.
You know, I think these guys are hiding something deep and dangerous.
He tells Mordecai that he'll just have to do the deed himself. So with a shake of one hand and a kiss to the other, our detective worms his way out of the apparent shady business.
Mordy, old man, you're just gonna have to do the deed yourself.
Scene 3. As dusk settles into the night, a shady character by the name of Haman comes round. Now this guy wants to hire our detective Shmulik as a hitman for Mordecai.
I need that Mordecai guy taken care of. The guy ratted out on two of my best officers. I tell you, he was trying to cozy up to the big boss. Then he doesn't show me the proper respect for a man in my position in the royal family. Mister, once I got this Mordecai guy out of the way, then we can deal with his whole extended family too. Look, we got our own laws around here. Laws that gotta be followed. In this town, we got our own ways of doing things. I got the date all worked out, see? So, mister, what do you say? All I need is backup.
Once again, our detective has to explain that he's just not in the hitman business anymore. He's gone clean. He's strictly a crime detective.
Sorry, but I've gone clean. I'm strictly a crime detective.
Just then, Esther, Mordy, and Achashverosh burst in. The gal is clearly upset. She pulls at her husband's coat sleeve with a desperation plea.
I am so clearly upset. It's him, I tell you. You gotta believe me. He's out for blood. He'll rip the royal carpet right out from under you. If you really love me, you gotta do right by me, baby.
Oh, baby, you're the greatest. You got it all wrong. This guy's been the villain all along. It's not me, I tell you.
In sheer desperation, Haman turns to the king.
With all due respect, he's a conniving thug, I tell you. These two have been keeping secrets all along. Look at her sweet innocent bug. You're the boss. You know I love his family. You gotta believe me. Okay, so it should have been me wearing the fancy. No, it should have been me on that horse. It should have been me wearing the fancy dice. That honor was mine. And that honor was mine. And you stole it from right under me. I swear to blood No, wait, she's my hero. No, you're my hero. You're